We just got through a very bumpy wormhole. Oh, Guillee, have we been through that one before? No, we haven't. Was that just created? Is that why it's so bumpy? Yes, it was. And yes, that's why. Okay. Yikes, that was bumpy. Guys, think about really bad turbulence in a plane. That's what bumpy is in a wormhole. Okay. We are being flanked by Mark's Dragon Blue and by the two Sophia dragons. Huge, huge Sophia dragons that I've talked about before. And before we took off, I got this image of Guillee's whole lair of dragons, like a legion of dragons. And I have an energy cloak on to scramble my energy field. That makes me suspect that we are on some kind of a mission again, and they're going to use the dragons to scramble the signals so that they can't triangulate and pinpoint where this information is coming and going from. Right now, we're just flying through the universe. I wouldn't say flying. We're kind of floating through the universe.
Right.
I believe we're waiting for a ship. Correct.
Yeah. And we've done this triangulation like you described several times before when it was needed. It's always an interesting experience each time because the focus and the purpose was slightly different, but always effective.
Correct. And they were always, it was always somewhat of a mission. They were getting intel. Oh, something just arrived in front of us. I believe it's a cloaked shuttle or ship. Oh, good. It's a ship. So we're all going in. Okay. So I don't have to do one of those crossovers in the middle of space. That was eerie. That was really
I
eerie.
remember that. Yeah, I
was
saw
that
that
the last
yeah.
time or 2 shows ago? It was eerie.
A few shows ago.
Yes, it was. That's right. Because the last one was with Commander Z. Okay.
Yep. Well, actually, the last three we were with Commander Zillion, I think, in one way or another.
At least two of them.
One was
something like that.
I think it was August was in the other universe. September was in this universe. And then October was an update to that, which was amazing.
September was the lab, I believe.
Yeah.
And the last one was the update to the lab. And the light quota food energy they're working on. Yes. Yes.
And Commander Zillion's update in the last one superseded what the Andromeda Council was planning on showing us, and they were supposed to update us on that today.
Well, there's the Andromeda Council. The light came on in the cargo hold, and Galilee is here, and Harry is here, Sari, and Philip. They're all here. Yes.
Maybe we'll see the ambassador today.
Well, yes, he is here.
Oh, cool.
Ambassador is here. And Mark, his name is escaping me. Ambassador, does it begin with an R? Shucks. I'm forgetting. I will forgive you. Thank you, Ambassador. You called me ambassadors for so long that you don't remember the name you gave me or you received a couple shows ago. Correct. That is correct. I have to go back through my show notes. And namaste. Are we on a mission again to get intel? And that's why we're using the dragons to triangulate. We are. Come with us. I feel excitement in this air. So, Galilee, what are we wanting to retrieve? It's exciting intel. And you're not going to tell me, are you? Nope. You guys, I just came from a really violent wormhole. Don't make me wait in suspense. This is not fun.
But they love doing that. You know that.
They do every single time, and I fall for asking. So here we go. I'm running up the ramp after the ambassador. Yes.
Well, remember,
Okay.
they're taller, and they have a longer stride.
Than me, yes. Galilee's only about 5'7", and the ambassador is probably 5'9". They're not super tall. No, it's not like Commander Z. Right. I have to take 15, 20 steps to his one.
Right.
Okay. We are going into a control room, and there's a team in here. They're all monitoring. They're all intensely looking at the monitors. Something intense is going on.
Yeah, but we've seen this before. We've been in control rooms before.
There's this feeling, though, that is just pure excitement, almost like this is going to be a spectacular new event that is going to be a first or something very unique. That's the feeling I'm getting from this whole excitement, mystery energy. The ambassador's taking me over to a window. Look out there. What do you see? I see lights blinking. Yes. What are they? It is a spaceship. We're cloaked, so it doesn't know we're here. Correct. And the dragons are triangulating. They're creating, by going in and out, they are creating an energy distortion. Prevent them from sensing our signal because they now have technology to sense stealth aircraft. Interesting. I thought that was the whole point of being invisible, for having the cloaking devices so that you couldn't be seen or felt. And those cloaking devices are now being detected. So you need new cloaking devices or dragons.
Especially our dragons, definitely.
Touche. That was good. I like that one. That's a good. I take it this is the a Draco ship? No. It is a brown reptilian ship. Okay. And I take it to, the question is, have connections to dragon lairs? Are there dragons that work with them? Connection is the wrong word. They have dragons they control. We have dragons that co-create with us. Big difference. Their dragons do what's demanded. Our dragons ask how they can assist.
So is there a way that we can free those dragons so that they're free? Like we've done, like Commander Zillion has done with many of the other reptilians that are now living in his cities and bases?
The reptilians that have come to the bases, many of them with dragons, and they have asked that same question. At this time, we do not know how to do that without triggering a ripple effect that they will find the bases. Just know it's a conversation that's being worked on, Mark. We don't have the answer yet. But you're right. Many of the beings in those bases want the dragons freed of that servitude. And like many that is what their mission is, and they don't fight it. They go with it. So dragon isn't wanting free. We really can't do anything about it anyway. Now, what's good news is that those beings that were dragon riders, that worked with the dragons, they are working with the lairs that are free dragons, and those dragons are working with them. So again, we hope that the dragon element will have that 100th monkey effect, and they will start to wake up and want to be free. That, of course, is one of our wishes as well. And the more dragons that work on the bases, the more that may happen.
Right.
Now wait. So wait. I just saw a flash of an image. So if on the ship, won't they be able to sense fellow dragons outside doing these distortions? Will they be able to catch images of that? Yes, we have thought of that. And it's happening in such a that the dragons they're used to a flight that is point to point. These dragons are triangulating. So they're going from point to point to point and coming out. They've learned how to go in between to two different points and then come out again. So they're doing a triangulation in between? I thought they were going in between, coming out, and then flipping and going in between again. No. Oh my gosh. I didn't know they were able to do that. We didn't either. That was something they co-created with us. Wow. That's amazing. Because you can get lost in between if you don't have your coordinates correct. And loses its sense of, yes, we have strong contingents that are the ones going between, the flight path for them. So we are working with them on that. There is another ship that works with them to make sure the dragons know where they're going. Oh, that's great. Very great.
I do have a couple of ideas, but I won't take time out on the show. I will talk to Blue and Guillee about it later. So, but
Perfect,
I don't
Mark.
want to take up time. I will not take time out from the show on that.
That's excellent, and thank you. Yes, talk to them. What they coordinated is just amazing, but you never know. It could expand. So great. All right, back to what we're here for. In that ship, you see all the blinking lights, and what is going on is they are what's the word I'm looking for? In other words, guys, I can't come up with a word. He's showing me. They're like a intermediate signal station. That's what. They're an intermediate signal station. Ambassador, what is they a signal station for? Intel from a planet to wait. I'm getting confused by the answer here. They're getting intel about Earth. I'm getting planet Earth as two separate distinctions. So they're getting it from multiple planets, Karen. So Earth being one of them. Okay. So they get intel from a planet. Intel from what? From Draco's Reptilian stasis chambers. Where's the intel coming from? Are they getting core of Mother Earth intel? What is the feedback they're getting? They're getting it from the Dracos and some of the underground bases. Aha. Okay.
So they have not been all cleaned up yet.
Correct, Mark. Many have. But the reason this is exciting is we're going to find out where the other bases are. Oh, that's great.
Oh, I love it.
That's awesome. I was hoping he was going to say that, Mark.
Yeah.
Okay.
I had a feeling, but I didn't want to say it.
Right. We were on the same feeling. Okay. So, so the intel's coming to them, and then where's it going? It's going to the Draco ship. Can we see that ship, or that's... No, Karen. That's in a different galaxy. Whoa. Are we in the Milky Way Galaxy here? Yes, we are. Where it's like in between galaxies. But we're closer to the Earth galaxy than the Draco ship is. Okay. All right. And then, okay. So what's next? How do we know or receive the intel? Well, you can see on these monitors over here. He's walking me over now to these monitors, and it's like I'm seeing packages coming across the monitor and then stopping at the ship. Literally, like I'm seeing a package on the screen. So they're information packages, like a container of information that's coming. Yes, Karen. Interesting. So
a quantum light matrix field, an information packet.
okay. Yeah, something like that.
So tapping into it when it's within the quantum field from one location to another, and getting information from it without being detected.
Are we, Ambassador, are you able to get those packages that are arriving? Are you able to read them before they go into the ship? And he's taking me to a different monitor. This is a decoder. This decoder is looking at every single one of those packages. Wait. They're being copied? You're able to copy them and then decode them? Yes, we are. Oh. So they're being copied before they go into their ship. And then we can decode them after they go into that ship. Or are we scrambling them also before they go into that ship? No, we're not scrambling them. We're not scrambling them at all. That would be too obvious. The fact that we're able to steal these packages and copy them, steal's not the right word, Karen. The fact that we're able to copy, what did you say, Mark? Quantum light energy packages is quite amazing.
Right.
But if they're quantum light, then anybody can read them, right? Right.
If you have the
Mark?
technology to understand that, which we do have.
Yes. Okay. So we got it. We've got it. This other guy at another screen. Okay, we're going to that screen. He's like, here it is. He just pulled up the base, the underground base that was hidden. Wow. I'm looking at it on a monitor, and it's showing where it's being detected from. It's not underground. It's inside Earth. I know that's technical. To me, that's not underground. Ground is soil. This is inside Earth. Wow.
And then what we can do is look at that one in particular and find the other ones that are also hidden that it's communicating with, so we can get them all.
Correct. However, Mark, Galilee just said there's another packet coming in, another series of packets. Galilee, are they from a different station, different base? Yes. It appears that the coordinates of it are different. Wow. I wasn't able to copy the first rounds that came in. The one gentleman saying, there's more coming. See what you can get. Okay. They're working. This is why they were staring at the screen so intently, because they have to catch it immediately when it shows up in the field. It's like an immediate connect. Got it. Oh, he got it. He got it. He just decoded it. And we're going back to the monitor to see. Oh my gosh, there's another base. Carrie's doing a dance. Can I dance? I want to dance with you. Yes! Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. This is huge. It is. It is very huge. We are doing really great, the ambassador saying. It's to find two on this mission. We were hoping for one. Here's another one. Oof, 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 oof. Galilee's saying that there's a third coordinate of packages coming in. And, the suspense. I want to ask, Ambassador, why is it hard? Why is it possible to only catch some of them? Their lightning speed. And he has got to actually hit on, like zoom, like laser in on that packet and copy it in split seconds to catch it. So so he's really good at games on the computer. Yes, Karen. He's very good at games on the computer. He got it. Oh my gosh, he got it. He just got another one. Literally, guys, what they have to do is as these packets come flying in, now think of something like ding, 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 ding. And then he's got to put his arrow, like his laser, is like a laser gun. He's got to shoot at the exact moment to catch that thing flying across the screen. And that's when he can copy it and get the coordinates. Is that a third base? It looks like one of the empty bases that we've already cleared. The ambassador said, "Oh, could there be a signal device that's still sending out signals?" Possibly, Karen. We will get that checked out. Could be a signal device. It could be somebody found it and started using it again. But you wouldn't think that after the reptilians were taken from there, they would go back to that base, unless they just think that we're not going to check it again, which actually we may not have. So this is good to know. We got to check all the bases again and make sure they're cleared. That is great. Here's another group.
Yeah.
Galilee is looking at another group.
And thoroughly destroy them before they cannot be used again.
Some of them have potential uses. If we need to take humanity off planet for any reason, these bases are the perfect place to put them.
Okay.
So many of the bases haven't been destroyed. They've been emptied. And we do need to make sure that they stay clear. But they're very positive places that if there was some destructive force happening, we don't know how this war is going to play out. We need a very fast exit strategy if something severe would happen. So we have maintained or cleaned up with some of the bases for that very purpose. Those that were used for great harm have been destroyed to rebirth the energy. Got it! Oh, he just got another one. Yay! Man, you're good. He deserves a raise. Shh, Karen. Thank you, he said. You're welcome. You deserve a raise. I'm going to say it again. So, They got it. They got a third base that was undiscovered before this, that was hidden. Oh my gosh. 3 of them, and a potential problem with one that was cleared, which now will open up the door to check them again. This is awesome. The signals have stopped. Okay, so Galilee, there's no more packages coming. There's no more packets of information. No. But we accomplished so much in this mission. We had hoped for 1, 2 at the maybe, and now we have 4. This is great. Oh my goodness gracious. Oh.
I love
Curry's
it.
giving me a hug. Yeah.
I love it.
Thank you for letting us see this. It was very exciting. And now, do we need to get out of here so that the dragons can stop triangulating? Curry's looking at Galilee and saying, I'm starting to think she's caring about those dragons more than us.
Oh, boy.
If you were out there flipping 3 times, I'd be really worried about you too. So just an FYI. She just gave me another hug. Okay, we are. We just went into warp. Oof. Now, wait. Galilee, Guillee and Blue and the 2 Sophia dragons, did they stay in the cargo hold or did they go back out? They went back out. I didn't know that. Good thing I didn't know that. I would have been worried about them this whole time. They're good, Karen. They'll meet us. Okay. Has any dragon ever been harmed in this process? No, they haven't. They have created a very good system. Doesn't surprise me. They're really good. Yes, that layer is. You picked a good one to be part of.
Their understanding of the bending of space-time continuum is part of their true nature, and they continue to grow and evolve. And working with the Sophia dragons, which are pure light beyond form, is an intricate part of this process. They work at a different creation level.
Thank you, Mark. I hadn't thought of it that way, that the Sophia dragons could bring in a different aspect of working through space and time for them. I hadn't connected those dots. Thank you for doing that, because that makes perfect sense now. It most definitely does. Because I've literally seen, for people listening, I've literally seen these dragons come into form, and we're talking the size of, Guillee is a queen. She's a very large dragon. These are about 3 times her size. And they're blue-gray. And then they'll go into light. They'll just be a ball of light. It's quite fascinating to work with them. So,
think of the consciousness, resonance, frequency, focus point, and dimensionality in which is their natural state.
kudos to anybody out there listening that can figure that out, what he just said. 'Cause I still, it took me years to understand what Mark was talking about. I get it now, but good luck with that one. He's right, but just good luck with that one. Okay, Galilee and Curry are laughing. Do you guys understand? And they're like, yeah, we do, but not many do.
Well,
all right. So
Well,
now
they know me. They know me on other levels, but we don't need to go into that right now.
all right. And yes, they do. Okay. All right.
They know
So
what I'm
now
talking about with that.
they do. But it's good that you're giving people an idea of what it is and giving them the terminology so they can learn eventually, like I did. But don't be upset if it takes yourself a couple years.
All right. Basically, it's my other aspects of my oversouls that has expressions that are in form that are within the Andromeda Council. There are other aspects of me. That's
All right. No, I'm
directly
talking
with our
about
team.
yes, that your parallel aspects.
Yes.
I'm talking about the statement you made and people figuring out what that 0 point energy is. So anyway, okay.
What I'm saying
we
is the aspects of me. So it's fine.
We are in a conference room now, and the ambassador is standing up front. Where did all these people come from? They were here, Karen, waiting. In meetings elsewhere? Yes. Okay, we're sitting down. And the ambassador is bringing up the images, or the image of the bases and where they were located. I am very happy to report that we have had a very successful the word commission is coming out of that one. Mission. Very successful mission. And we wish to inform you all, we have discovered 3 more bases. Now, once we start monitoring these, see if they're communicating with any others, it's very probable that we will be able to find additional bases based on this information. We thought we had them all, and then they keep creating more. As you know, they have the tools and skills and abilities to create bases in a matter of days. So every time we think we're successful in getting them all, there's more. But eventually, we will hit a point of time where they will not be able to create any additional bases. Now, what concerns us the most is this signal over here. This signal is a current base that we thought we had cleared. We will need to send in troops and monitor that. He's looking at a section, sector B12. I want you to start looking at that base and what was cleared in that base. What is left there? What signaling is left there? We need to be careful when we go in there. It very well could be a trap. We do not want to send men in there until we're absolutely certain what's in there. I want scanning devices in there. Send some robots. We want to check that out in detail. After we determine what's going on and why there was a signal coming from that, once we see what that signaling device is that's creating this, or whether they knew somebody was getting their information and this is just setting it up. This very well could be a bot to cause a problem or to get us into a trap. We have to be very careful with this. It concerns me. I would have been happy if we just got the other 3 bases, but this now concerns me that we got the correct information. V15, I want you to do a separate check on it. I don't want either of you to communicate while you're doing this check. I want a backup source because I know the two of you are going to go at it from a different angle, from a different location. Let's check it from multiple locations. M11 sector. I want you to do the third triangulation on it. We're going to coordinate times. I don't want you doing it at the same time. We need to determine what's going on there and what this is. Is it a trap? Are other beings in there? Or is it just a device that's still signaling? Check the history. What was found, what was detonated, what was destroyed, what was left behind. I went 3 different reports to get 3 different approaches on this. We have to be very careful. Understood? Yes, sir. They are all nodding. Understanding. That's a really good plan. Galilee says, we're glad you think so.
Well, I just want to remind them of the AI holographic projections that we had dealt with before that could be part of the trap. And I'm sure they're aware of that, but we can remind the listeners that this is a situation that we had dealt with before that we figured out, and I think this is part of this trap, is the artificial intelligence holographic projections that seem to be real, that have a signal like they are alive, but they are not. The artificial holographic semi-form, and there was other ways that had to be figured out to counter them and reprogram them, which was what was done before.
Galilee saying, very good reminder, Mark. Yes, that is why they're being extra careful and doing it in a triplication because of that. And what happens, as Mark was saying with the holographic, if we view it from 3 different sectors, it's much more reliable to determine if it is a holographic AI. So, thank you, Mark. That's a valuable piece to put into this conversation. Okay, I'm back to the ambassador. He's talking with the different groups and going over different things. As far as these other 3 bases, I want he's already had different sectors appointed to look at these other bases. I want your reports as soon as you feel they're complete. We'd like this done quickly and thoroughly. So, thoroughly comes first. Get it to us as soon as possible after you're sure you've thoroughly gone through it. We also want the reports, but once we find out what's going on with this base that was already cleared, we want to see if any of that, if whatever that signaling device is also in these new ones that we've discovered. Again, we know that they're very capable of creating traps for us. We want to do everything possible. He's looking at one of his other commanders and saying, I want this information sent to Commander Zillian's teams. I want them to check this out as well. They'll be able to intuit, intellectually connect, and find out if they are sensing any other information that we need to know about before we go in there. I want them to do a thorough search from their perspectives as well and their bases. We're going to hit this from every angle possible, and we will take it out as necessary. Thank you all. Successful mission. Report back as soon as you have the information. Keep us posted as you receive information. Enter those details that we can be reviewing in the meantime. You're dismissed. They're all leaving. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. A lot of intel, Galilee. I had no idea that they had to be so thorough. This is a really good point for all of us to get here on Earth. It's just how intense and vulnerable and time-consuming that these processes are to take out these bases. Like, we just want them all taken out. But there's so much potential for harm that has to be looked at, dealt with, considered before they even begin to go in these bases. On average, Galilee, how long does it take for them to go to these bases and take it out or take it down or do something with it? There's no real average, Karen. We've been able to go in a week, a month, 6 months, a year, 3 years for one base in particular. Because of what was contained in that base. Wow.
And Karen, don't forget that they need to find out what other bases there are as well that are communicating with those bases that they are now aware of. But that
exactly,
needs to be done first. That needs to be thorough. That's why Commander's
so that we are not attacked. Yes.
Exactly.
Yes. Very good point, Mark. So we will start following the signals that come in and out of this base to determine what other connections there are. Are they simply going out to the ship that we just were outside of, or are they going to other bases on Earth? On Earth. They have bases out in the universe too, and in the solar system. So it could be one of those as well. Right. But at least we have more intel.
Yeah. I'm just thinking the other planets in our planetary system may have done something similar to old bases that they've gone back to.
What do you mean by the other planets, Mark? Are you talking about like Jupiter and Neptune and?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, in this solar system. Okay, that's what I wanted to clarify.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. Yes. Good point. All right. Is there anything else? Oh, the ambassadors are coming over. Thank you, Karen and Mark, for being part of this today and getting this message back to Earth. It is an extremely valuable mission, and we will take every precaution to make sure that we get into these bases safely and take them down for whatever they are doing. But as I believe you've already been talking about, we have to be very careful. Do these bases have chemicals? Do they have victims? Are they doing experimentation? Are they nuclear? Do they have biowarfare in them? We have to be very, very careful of what's in those bases and check that out thoroughly. Do as many scans as possible in order to determine the safety of going in or shutting them down.
Right.
It's
crucial. Is what we had talked about is the AI holographic technology that they had used before. I'm also feeling that they could have their own robotoid type working in those bases as well, following their programming. So they might need to be either destroyed or reprogrammed. What you have to figure out what the best thing to do is. Maybe we can use, like it's been done before, use their technology against themselves.
And that's exactly why I want Commander Zillion involved, Mark, for that very reason. Because you're right, we have dealt with that before, and his bases and his groups can key in on that much faster than we can and reprogram or shut down. A lot of times they can just get right into the computer program and shut it down or reprogram it. So that's part of the purpose of getting them involved. It's exciting. We have more possibilities, and we have to be very, very careful. We thank you for getting this message out. I need to run to get some more information handled and take care of some other issues. It's always a delight to work with the two of you. Thank you. Likewise here, too. Namaste.
Namaste. Love you, Ambassador.
We value and appreciate you, too, as well. Goodbye for now. Okay. Excellent. Galilee and Courier and Suri and Willem are all walking me. No, Willem's not here. Oh, he stayed back with those guys. Okay. He's back in the lab still. Suri is with us. Hi there. Okay, so we're walking back to the cargo hold. Did the dragons connect? Are the dragons here? Yes, we gave them the coordinates. Oh, good. Okay. And is there anything else that you want to tell Mark and me or the audience before we end the show today? We wish to remind you all, and I know we've said it before, Curry is saying, we are working with you. We are working with Earth. There is a lot of craziness. Do whatever you can to stay out of the fray. Because remember something. Whenever you're judging, whenever you're blaming, you are a victim to the circumstances. Whatever you can do to be the observer. If you hear something that sounds awful, send love, send light, send angels, send prayer, send intent for it to shift. That is the way you stay in your power. It's very easy to get triggered right now in these times of turmoil. You do whatever you can to stay in your power and stay neutral and be the observer. Because otherwise, you're a victim. And if you're a victim, you are susceptible to negative energy, whether that be a biowarfare weapon, whether that be an energy weapon, whether that be a toxin that is being developed on the planet, whether that be a signaling tower. You are vulnerable to it. Do whatever you can to stay out of judgment, stay out of anger, stay out of the you're wrong, I'm right game. Whatever you can do. It's so incredibly important right now. So incredibly important. All right? So that's what we want to remind everybody about today. Yes, Mark?
Yeah, one thing that's coming to my awareness, you remember a while back when we found them working, experimenting with that element that have potentials for good and for bad and destruction?
Yes.
My feeling is that's something that when they go in, they need to scan for. Something along that idea.
Oh, Galilee saying, good spot. I will bring that to the ambassador's attention to make sure that one of the teams or all of them look for that element. Yes, that was one of our other missions that we went on with the two of you. Yes, it was. I don't remember which one it was, but if you look at the show notes, guys, you can see it. And if I remember, I will put it on there for you. Okay, excellent. So, thank you. We know, Kari, that the Anshar are still working with people in meditation. If anyone asks for that assistance, we know that that is still going on. Galilee, we thank you and the Andromeda Council for everything you do. And we are honored to be here with you and be a part of this process. So thank you. With that, Mark, would you like to say your goodbyes? And then I'll end the show.
All right. An important part of what our show is about is to understand that we're working with very advanced technologies, and our Space Force is definitely working with the Andromeda Council and the Anshar so that we can get this done and free our planetary system, galaxy, of all threats that are very real, and we can truly be sovereign and free planetary system and galaxy.
Yes. Amen. That is the intent. So, we thank you all for listening. You can find information about Mark in the show notes and his work. My information, you can click on my link on the YouTube channel and get to my website to find out more about my work as a multiversal shaman and self-empowerment coach and a spiritual interpreter. So, thank you. Most importantly, we ask that you like the show, that you subscribe. It is in doing that this conversation gets seen and heard more fully. When there's enough likes, it's then more expanded on YouTube, and with the subscribers, you also assist in the expansion of the conversation. So, thank you. You will know as a subscriber when we set up the next one, the next possibility. There are opportunities on my website to provide a gift for this work. I also have my newsletter you can sign up for, and there's links for Patreon there and on the website. So there's many ways to connect to us right now and support this work and support getting this information out. Share it with those that you feel would value and appreciate knowing what's going on, in particular with the Andromeda Council, but also Commander Zillian's bases with all different non-humanoid species that are working in co-creation and support of humanity. They wish to be free of being slaves to the Draco as much as we wish to be free of their control. So we're working to support each other. The name of the game is freedom here. Freedom, free choice, free will, and the ability to ascend into a fifth dimensional existence like many of our neighbors throughout the multiverses, that we can grow and expand spiritually and in evolution of our DNA and our possibilities and our capabilities. We have amazing potential, and these are the opportunities that are allowing us to step into it. Thank you. Namaste for now, and we'll be back next month.
Namaste.